What's going on, everyone? So today what we're going to do is talk about a financial art hack that I've been using for the past couple of years, and one that I used on a recent project that I did with the University of Colorado, Denver. And this is really done whenever you have like a big project that has a lot of expenses. So let's get to it. So in the past, whenever I had a big project, I would always make sure that the client or the business would take care of the expenses, like the aerial equipment to get up and down the wall, or a lot of supplies. I would pawn that off on the client. But now I try to take that on myself and leverage the expenses that I would have to pay, because regardless of who pays for it, it needs to be paid, right? To sort of get the job completed. So now I actually build that into the budget of the actual project and take care of it myself.
Why
do I do that? Mainly because whenever I have a big project where I know I'm going to have to pay for a lot of expenses to complete the project, I open up credit cards that have bonus points or bonus miles just for opening up an account. A lot of these cards require you to spend a certain amount of money on that credit card within a certain amount of time to receive those bonus points or bonus miles. This recent project that I did with the University of Colorado, Denver, I opened up a business credit card with United Airlines through Chase. This business credit card had 75,000 bonus miles that you could get, but you had to spend $5,000 within 3 months. So this project that I was working on had a ton of expenses, really big walls. So I had to rent an 85-foot boom lift, which was about $4,000. I had to rent a scissor lift, which was about $2,000. I had a ton of paint, which was around $3,000. So I had a ton of expenses that, I could actually put on the card to easily make that threshold of spending $5,000 within 3 months. I used the card to pay for a lot of the expenses. I then used, the down payment and the payment that I would get afterwards to actually pay off the card immediately. So that way I'm not having this balance on the card accrue interest. So that's the key to the strategy. You want to pay it off immediately. You don't want to have this thing last over time or paid off over time, because the interest rates on these cards are ridiculously high. The APR is like 24% on some, 16% on some, and they vary. So every card is different in terms of the perks, in terms of how much you have to spend. So you really want to sort of read the fine print. So looking at the projects that are coming up in your practice, you can easily say, this is how much expenses I will incur in this project. This is the type of card I can open up and easily pay off and get those bonus points or bonus miles. The strategy is all about leveraging the expenses that needs to be paid on that project to sort of gain a benefit from that card, because those expenses need to be paid regardless of who pays for it, regardless of whether they pay for it, because if they pay for it, the budget's going to be smaller. If I pay for it, I have to build it into the budget and I take care of it. So I take care of it and I sort of leverage that expense to sort of get these perks on the credit card. So after you pay off the card, you can close down the account at the end of the year, or you can still even just use the card for more stuff, because there's always perks tied to it. But for me, I'm just in it to get those bonus points, those bonus miles for the sign up, just opening up the account. So I do this on the different projects that I have. So you can look into the project that you have and see, okay, this is the amount of expenses I will incur on this project. This is the card that I can use to open up to sort of fulfill that obligation of how much I need to spend within a certain amount of time frame, and easily pay off that card and just get those bonus points or bonus miles. So hopefully this video helped you out in terms of figuring out how you can leverage the expenses in your projects that you have in the art world, and use that to sort of gain perks from these credit cards. Usually these cards are made for people that have a balance that they sort of pay interest on, but if you use it wisely and pay it off immediately, then you can reap the reward of opening up the account, getting those bonus points and miles without having to pay any interest, and just close it down right afterwards. So hopefully this video helped you out, and I will see you next time. Peace.